Shut up and sit down.
And Perry Mew in referee.
I was just looking at that then, Johnny, thinking we're going to have a great game, Ed. He loves to see it flow. Mr. Mew does, and we're away.
Pascoe Vale get us off to a start. And the first touch of the game for the hyphenator, Mr. February.
Let's not go there with that one.
Chris Theodoridis Petropoulos guns it down the field. Windsor Management Insurance Brokers, thanks for their support. Round 23 of the PS4 NPL, heading toward the pointy end of the season. Don't forget, if you haven't heard, as we let play go, our Thursday preview show live on Facebook every week. The Weekend Pump, 7:30 every week. Jay Fott and myself.
Hitting a couple of thousand people already, boys. It's great to see.
And we were pumping up George Katakis last Thursday.
He'll be pumping himself up today.
Well, he deserved to get pumped, did he? Didn't he? Timbalis with the header out of play. We're in the first 60 seconds of this round 23 matchup between Heidelberg, Pascoe Vale.
I think we've pumped that joke well and truly dried.
Knocked in the air by the skipper, cleared by Milanovic for Pascoe Vale. Round the corner by Mustafa, long blind ball. The skipper back for the hyphenator. Uncertain. Well, a tense moment for Theodoridis Petropoulos. He has to follow through. He's now an outfielder. Two on the line. One of them is Stephen Pace, and he clears it. That was awful for a moment, wasn't it?
Mate, I'd be having kittens.
Shades of Rene Aguirre from Colombia. Thinks he's an outfielder.
Mate, you've got to release.
Oh, goodness me, Dougie.
Van Schip,
Pacey done well. There's a strong 11 out there, that's for sure, for the Heidelberg.
Hussaini, caught wide. Tallarico, the middle. Good movement. Youssef, the skipper, on the turn. Didn't get the angle.
He was always running away from goal, wasn't he? There,
You know what, though? If you have a look at the defender there, we haven't got a replay, but you have a look at the defender, he's gone backwards instead of going to the ball to close him down. He's actually could have had another touch and picked his spot. Heidelberg very lucky to get away with that opportunity in there, boys, because he could have picked his spot. Defender away from him. I'd like to see it a little bit more. Got to get that head down and close him down.
Yeah, they just gave him that inch of space, yard of space, Dougie, and gee, you don't want to give a player like Joseph Youssef that sort of opportunity.
So, an assertive start from the visitors, Pascoe Vale. Kenny. It is getting bolder. Go see you've got the gloves on, Dougie. The barometer edges the header back into the grateful palms of the hyphen. Geez, hit Kenny from long distance. Wow, that was nearly something from nothing.
Oh, classic Route 1 football, Dougie, wasn't it?
That is English to the best, I reckon. But I'll tell you what, have a look at his touch. He's hit him spot on. Kenny's pulled away from the centre half. Great touch, vision, just off target. They've seen the goalie in there. Well, just stretching for that. Could have been one.
He was beaten that time, Pavlidis, but off target was Kenny. But classic Route 1 football, wasn't it, Dougie?
That would have been one of the more extraordinary goals of the season, one would think.
Not a bad touch. Tell you what, it was like a seal, just bringing it down on his nose. He was just bringing it down on his foot. No, that's a big. Anyway, I don't mind this little fella. He can play football too. He's looking sharp. Tell what Pascoe Vale, tell they're definitely coming in for a game.
Oh, no, they're up for it. And another player goes to ground.
Not in his preferred starting spot, is he, Doug? He probably.
It's a good look at the coach, George Katsakis, who's very animated on the sideline, issuing instructions in a scoreless game, 24 plays.
He's looking quite fit, isn't he, old Georgie?
He was in splendid form on the Weekend Pump on Thursday night. That's Facebook 7:30, live, free and exclusive. The ball takes a bounce. Costa Kanakaris, rather, who's gone down.
They both kicked each other, looks like.
And there was a chance, boys, with a long throw. Set piece for Heidelberg, headed away.
Great challenge.
Back Petrie did well that time, and Costa Kanakaris swivel turn shot over the bar.
That's what you love about Jack Petrie. He just
Scraps.
wants the contest, doesn't
Scraps,
he?
Yeah, he looks for the crumbs. He's a good opportunist, that's for sure.
And of course, Jack Petrie scored Heidelberg United's first ever goal in the FFA Cup up in Broadmeadow Magic back in 2015. Famous 3-1 victory up there in Newcastle.
Milanovic did really well.
Skipper.
Biles.
Yeah, you can see Georgie, sorry for butting in, boys. We'll come back to it, mate. He should have played that ball. Kanakaris in a great position. He's on the ball now, but Biles should have just slipped it. He's gone in there where it's narrow. Kanakaris, can he keep it away? Handball. Linesman flags it. Perry will say yes, it will. But you see the difference there? Just a simple ball out wide. You're going to get into that final third and whip them balls in, mate. But
I think he might have played
bad decision making.
might have played the free kick that time to Costa. Attacked the ball hard.
Not the frustration way, it's like you're saying. It's, the boys are up for it. There's fair tackles going out there, no maliciousness. It's got these two.
Play the Jack Petrie way. Want the contest.
Beautiful played. In comes Trigger. What's he got in the rocker? Can he get past? Nips inside. Can he go another obstruction? Yes, it is. Two players body checked. He played it. Not the best touch coming out. He's played for a free kick and got it.
Well, just got the slide touch there, Dougie, so we can see that.
Which is an obstruction. It's an obstruction.
And the Academy Award goes to...
Trigger.
There you go.
There he goes.
That-
There he goes. I'll give him an 8.5 for that.
Certainly, I think he was trying to emphasise to Perry that he did get a slight clip.
He typed it in bold, underscore 16 point, just to ensure. Yes, it was there. The theatrics at the end.
Is that Arial bold or italic bold?
Brendan Way specialty from here. I'd like to see a lefty, or we got a righty going to go around. It's a decent sized wall.
Scoreless game so far. Heidelberg with the free kick, spotted about 1.5 metres outside the penalty area, thanks to Windsor Management Insurance Brokers. It would be a timely goal heading into half-time. Heidelberg have wrestled their way back into the contest. Pascoe Vale looked good early.
It's got to be a lefty. Reuben Way can have a strike.
Petrie just ambles away.
He's got to look for Trigger over the top. Looks up, strikes and goes in. Place the bar. He's let that one go. It's just the wrong side of the bar. Just didn't hit that around. If you can have a look at the replay there, he just hit it too straight and didn't get enough on it, Johnny. Blakey.
Dougie, that had a bit on it, didn't it? Look at this. He sized it up and hit the ball hard. And my God, a cannon off.
Just like to have seen it kept coming around. With his left foot, there was definitely a left strike there.
So no JW, no Lewis Hall, no Adrian Zara, no Harry High Noon,
And no sun.
no O'Brien, no Sun, and no Factor Sean Ellis this afternoon.
A few key boys in there though, isn't there? As much as we've got a solid 11 out there, there's some key players.
Indeed.
Like Shawnee Ellis.
That's been the key this year. The depth is certainly a lot stronger this year, but it certainly is testing the squad out,
You
isn't it?
talk about the two, Harry Noon and Shawnee Ellis, what a heaper in, you know. So much knowledge in there. I love watching the two of them.
Going nowhere against Mustafa. Here come Pascoe Vale again. It's been a really engaging first half. Wilkes caresses it away for Kanakaris. Katanis, the cat, backs himself with the run. Ball around the corner. Far post run from Trigger. Katanos really now starting to engage in this contest for Little Cat.
Yeah, did well that time, Katanos. Got around the defender, whipped the ball in, and Kenny Athew just missed it, and then Reuben Way ghosting in at the far post. Couldn't get there, but as you said, boys, Katanos are really now starting to warm to the task.
Tell you what, though, what a great ball there, just feeding it through. Their goals. They should be coming down, like I've said before, the Porsche and the Hume in the back there. Their opportunities, you've got to bust yourself to get there. What a ball in there. Opportunity gone. To see the Heidelberg just taking the little...
Well, that's where a poacher, Dougie, you've got to have that poacher's instinct and just time the run perfectly and get in there on that far post.
If you're just tuning in, the rain is tumbling here at Olympic Village. Darkened skies over Catalina Street. And it's a 0-0 game as we rapidly approach half-time. Every Thursday night live on Facebook. The big new program called The Weekend Pump, as we look forward to everything to come on the weekend. It's John Fontenos and myself. Doug Hodgson will be a spiritual friend, and Van Schip was wrestled down. Dougie's calling for a card, and it is a card as well.
Have to. He's took him. If you can get replay, there's nothing wrong with that, mate.
Ben Chip was away that time, Dougie, and
Pulled him. No problem at all with that, mate. No problem at all. Card will come out for there. Perry's spot on there. Boy, Van Chip is using his experience and his knowledge. He's picking off man Jordan there and got across him. And he was going into a dangerous situation. Not for goal, but enough for a booking offence.
So free kick to Pascoe Vale. Luka Prelevich is the man charged with taking the free kick, hands on hips. Perry Muir just immersing himself in the Heidelberg wall and having a chat.
If you look at the size of our wall and look at the size of Pascoe Vale's before, look how small it is. At least got the big boys in that back.
Prelevich, two-step drop, and the ball cannons around the far post off the head of Joseph Youssef.
he came off the back of him, I think.
You know what? If he had left that was in.
That was going in.
That was going in. That was a great ball whipped in. I don't know. The
was just
Heisman might
hoping
have
to
got
pop-
it, don't get
yeah.
me wrong, but if he'd let that go and underneath, that was going into the corner of the back of the net.
I doubt there'll be too much time added on for stoppage in this first half. Van Schip runs wide and deep. Ambitious ball across the penalty area. Popped in the air by Pascal Munoz. Kanakaris waits, cheeky, stabs at it, did well. Trigger on the run. No, it's Ruben Way rather.
He's just felt his hamstring, Ruben Way
is,
there.
isn't
I hope he's all right.
Oh, goodness gracious, he is. Something's wrong with Ruben Way, or is there? Clearing header, Luke Biles, linking up in attack. Nowhere to go. And in the end, Perry Muir, the referee, brings the curtain down on the first half thanks to Windsor Management Insurance Brokers, HUFC TV. A couple of possible injury concerns with Les Dumbalis and Ruben Way, so we'll keep an eye out there. Scoreless game to half-time, Heidelberg 0, Pascoe Vale 0. Heading to the right of screen, the scoreboard on Murray Road, end of the ground. And, well, more bad tidings at half-time. We talked about possible, as we get away to a restart, possible injury concerns. We've already got a significant number. We're talking about Les Dumbalis. He's clearly back out there, but Ruben Way out of the game at half-time. Let's just call the play. Katanos squares it. Kenny off the line. Jumping Jack heads it back into dangerous territory, but it'll be Pascoe Vale's ball. So Ruben Way out of the game at
I
half-time.
just noticed him come.
Dougie, I had a chat with Jeff Olver a couple of years ago about Andrew Katanos, and he said he believes he's got the quickest feet in the NPL. The question is, can he stay fit enough to have a real good crack at it a season?
And what sort of fitness injuries are we talking?
Well, it's always soft tissue injuries. This is the problem, Greg and Doug.
Nice touch.
You
there,
know who
mate.
we are, right?
Kenny will come in. In he comes Guitar. Here he goes again. Can he pull the trigger? 1 foot.
Oh!
Leaning back there. Strike blade through.
It was on his
Great-
wrong foot, Dougie.
Great run. We don't have wrong foot in our game. We're semi-professionals. We have two. They're both for running. Have a look at this. Great cheeky little give and go. What about that touch? And he'd be disappointed there. Look where the keeper is. He could have actually picked it on the onside down the near side post. Great movement there by Heidelberg though. Great opportunity. Just went begging there.
Well, Dougie, that was an example. I mean, he was just electrifying that time. Gave it to Kenny, continued the run, got the ball back, and just flashing the shot over the bar. But some warning signs there for Pascoe Vale.
5 minutes played, second half, thanks to Windsor Management Insurance Brokers. Goalless game. Schiavo outside for Kanakaris. Steps inside the challenge, had to toe poke it in the end. Trigger on the turn. Ball takes a cannon off the defender. That was Tallarico. Goalkeeper comes. It's been a really red-hot start by Heidelberg.
Jumping.
Oh,
Jack.
Jack, he just wants it. I love him.
Get him up here. We want to buff him.
I don't know what that means. Ball lofted to half field. Back header, Kanakaris. Work to do is Air Jordan. Does the work as required. Stephen Pace.
You can see him in the back there. He's just sniffing around, waiting to make his run into that area. Back to the Burgers. Up goes Kanakaris. Done a good defensive job. And we'll have a corner.
He might have come off the back of the Pascoe Vale defender's head. And
Oh, you get an idea of the rain now.
Here it
Now it's
Where
coming
it
down.
comes. The heavens open
Whoa.
up. There it comes. You know what, though? I'm glad I'm in here, not down out there. I've been wet once today. Look at that rain come down
Wow.
on Paul's
You
camera.
see that on screen? That is a deluge. Petrie
Can
with the
anyone see
corner.
the ball?
Katanos got the leap.
Goal! It's in!
Catanos!
He's just turned on the pivot.
Oh, there it is,
You'll see
Maggie.
through the camera there, he's gone through the pivot and he's had a look at this, Greg Black. In comes the corner. Whipped in, goes up. Players, it's dropped. Kinakari one thinks, turns, strikes. Over the line there though, Blakey. Johnny.
Oh, what a comeback to the senior starting lineup, Dougie. We said that he started off slowly and on 54 minutes, Cartanos makes it 1-0 to Heidelberg.
Down. Well done there, Jordan. Just getting the foot in there. In comes King Kenny in the final third, just inside the half. Look at the back running. Was the call man on? Did anyone tell him? Kenny still got the ball underway. Pascoe Vale, plenty of pressure. Referee.
It's been absolutely mauled.
I could only hear the crowd.
Oh,
and then
he was
the whistle.
dragged back, mauled, absolutely pickpocketed that time, Dougie, and it's been happening all game, to be
Let's
fair.
have a look at that again.
Dragged down. Sweetie has a bit of a chuckle.
Well, I reckon there's better ways to get Kenny's autograph than that, isn't there, Dougie?
Well, if he wants his shirt, you can wait until after the game.
That's right.
He'll sign it for him.
So it's a free kick to Heidelberg. You would think another goal would frank the 3 points for Heidelberg. Despite the playing stocks being at a very low ebb. Good performance from Heidelberg.
You boy.
Chavo. Just couldn't get enough purchase on that one, boys.
Trigger
lose
from
it.
the free kick. Trigger.
Don't lose it.
And he doesn't. He doesn't lose it. And in the end, a sliding tackle puts the ball out of play. Gives us about 15 seconds off the clock. We're into stoppage time, not quite. Trigger waits with the throw. Trigger goes deep. Husseini.
Cheeky little
Husseini, the new kid. Chiavo. And he stabbed at that one. And Alex Pavlidis took it cleanly. Pavlidis, another great big long throw from the goalkeeper. Heidelberg will come up with it. Kanakaris popped it in the air. Stolen by Koutulis for
There he goes.
Pascoe Vale. Yeah, and it is.
Signalling 4 minutes.
4 minutes, yep. Dumbalis.
He's on his own.
Assertive as ever. Les Dumbalis
lovely
goes
ball.
left, right and hits Kenny almost picture perfectly. Kenny
gonna go
with
to
a
the-
stroll toward the corner flag.
Going for a cup of tea.
Very laconic.
To Pascoe Vale. So the tension continues to build on the home side. 90 seconds remaining in stoppage time on HUFC TV. And another corner to Pascoe Vale. Short corner. Van Schip with the dummy and the shot over the bar in the end.
Well work there by Pascoe Vale.
Reels it in. Goes down the line. The pick-off from Husseini is good. Dumbalis lofts it, looking for Trigger.
Oh, he's
Trigger
shot.
might get a run at it. Trigger does get a run at it. Trigger
Oh.
scoops it way, way, way off target.
Well, there was a chance, boys.
And we've played our 4 minutes of time added on. That may well be the last action of this game.
Let's look at the replay. What's he thinking? Don't well give him his credit. He's pinched it, got across him. Good strength. Looks. He's gone for a chip.
He
The
scuffed
only thing he
it.
could have got
Scuffed
was a
it, Dougie.
potato chip.
And that is the last play of the game.
Oh, what a gutsy win, boys.
When they put this one in the season review, it may be a season definer. 6 players, 7 senior players missing at the start of the game. Andrew Katanos and Ruben Way out of the game with what appears to be injuries during the game. So really a threadbare senior team winning by a goal to nil over Pascoe Vale.